Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria,
And I'm Rosetta.
and in the spirit of love and kindness, we always want you to be open and available and receptive to life. There's goodness in the world, we promise you. You just have to be open to receive it.
Yes, you do. Thank you. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us again for another one of our chats. We had a little break and we're
Yes.
back. We're back and rejuvenated.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with reminding you, everyone, what do we remind you? If you like our videos, hit the thumb icon. Please consider subscribing to our channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. And today we are drinking a tea that's called Organic Ginger Turmeric Herbal Tea from Wholefoods.
Yes.
Can you see it there?
Yes.
We love
Pull
it.
it in so you can see it.
It says, living up and wind down, spicy, citrusy blend. And it's, again, did I say ginger turmeric? Yes, I did. And the
Yes.
ingredients are
Right
ginger.
there. Yes.
Sorry, the first ingredient is turmeric,
Yes.
orange peel, ginger, licorice, my favorite right there,
Yes.
orange oil, sorry, don't have my glasses on, so I'm squinting, orange oil, and black pepper. Why do we have black pepper?
The activator.
So it absorbs, deeper absorption of the turmeric. So there
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
Love it. We've had it seeping. It smells amazing. We always like to smell it before we seep it in. Smells excellent. Excellente. Is it all dripping?
Mine is. I was messing with my top. We always like to kind of just, activate the bag a little bit.
Smells
Oh
amazing.
my God, yes.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone. Very good. I love it.
It's very, very nice. I love it too. Very nice. Okay, so let's get our party started. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire human world, human race, species, everyone, everything. I don't know if you've noticed, our world is full of a lot of chaos right now. Little baby sea otters are not happy. Whales are not happy.
Sharks are not happy. The weather's not happy.
Dolphins, our beautiful pools of dolphins are not happy. So we pray for everyone to come into alignment, because I promise you, if we can get the world to realize that underneath the skin we are all the same, and that the connection between the animal world and the human world is cohesive, our lives will be much better. All this drama, aren't you tired of drama? We're tired of drama.
Yes, we are.
We want some fun in our life. So the first thing I want to recognize is Sandra Bullock. I love her as an actress. I think, she's done some movies where she's very beautiful, but then she'll do she makes dorky noises and things. So I just like her personality as an actress. Well, she has been in a 7-year relationship with a man, and his name is Ryan Randall. He was only 57 years old, and he just passed after a 3-year battle with ALS.
I had no idea she was in a relationship. Sorry, Sandra, because they're not very public. Like a lot of
Yes.
celebrities, they're
Yes.
always in the
If they brush
limelight.
their teeth, they want you to see how they brush their
If
teeth.
they're going out to dinner, you see them hand in hand. Which
Yes.
restaurant are they at?
Yes.
And I didn't. So that because of that, I didn't know. Because the last I heard, she'd split long time ago with some other guy.
Well, remember she
The
was
guy-
with Ryan Reynolds, and that's who I really liked her with.
But
And
even
then-
after that, wasn't she with this guy with all the tattoos? What's his name? Jesse or someone? Well, there was a guy she was with, and she
Yes.
dumped him because he went off with this other girl that
had tattoos.
that was
Ye-
famous in
yes.
LA, who did LA Ink or something.
Yes.
So I didn't know anything after that. So
Yeah, and ALS, this is a very hard condition because it causes the motor neurons that run from the spinal cord to the brain to degenerate. This makes the brain unable to control muscle movement, and as such, people eventually lose their ability to speak eat, move, and breathe. One of
Wow.
my dearest friends on planet Earth got ALS. And she wouldn't let me come see her because she wanted me to remember her the way she was. And the one thing she told me is that she says she was sharp. She was a computer engineer. She could look at a screen and tell you this device in this building in this state caused the computer to crash. She was that brilliant.
Wow.
And she said with ALS, she says, I have to focus, blink my eyes. And I just can't imagine, having to focus to breathe. So Sandra Bullock, we're very, very sorry for your loss. And we just want you to know that it takes a hell of a woman to honor her man by not telling anybody what's going on with the two of you. Well, it was really 5 because she has 2 kids. He had a daughter.
Right. That's right.
It was a blended family. So our thoughts and prayers are with you. And I saw an interview where she was on the show, and she was talking about how a piece of paper did not make a couple. So she truly loved this man, and we're just very sorry for your loss. But it's very debilitative, and there's no cure.
It's very slow death.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes, and every pace is on its own timeline. So they can't just tell you have ALS. You got a year. They don't know. So that was really sad. And last time we were with you all, we were talking about the winner from Powerball. Well, since we were together, someone won Mega Millions, $1.58 billion with a
Wow.
B dollars. I still say I don't think that is fair. I think that even if the lottery gets that high, there should be a cap, and maybe people wouldn't buy the tickets. I don't know. However, could you imagine instead of doing one person $1.58 billion, you gave it to 100 people? That's how you change the world. That's how everyone up levels to be able to do more. We hope whoever got all that money, they're going to do something to help the world.
Wasn't it someone in Florida?
No, someone
Who was
in
it?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Okay.
Yes, and no one has come to claim it because where we live, you have to show your face. So if you claim it, everybody will know. Everybody you've ever known in your entire life will be calling
I
you.
still don't get why we have to show your face. What is the reason for that?
It's just the law. And I think our governor should change the law. Nobody wants to be hounded. If you're fortunate enough to win, and I think it should be private.
Yeah.
The person who won in Florida, they won the Powerball. No one will ever know. You'll never know who they are.
That's right. That was Florida.
Yeah.
No one will know.
But here, unfortunately, I think that's why nobody's claimed it. You've got 6 months. If I won, I would not be running up to the lottery to get it.
No, I wouldn't. Take my time to the very last minute.
Yes. So, we've been talking about Taylor Swift, and every day, I am just more and more amazed at this young woman.
I'm telling you, I'm speechless when it comes to her. She actually extended and added more dates to her tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of her dates, her extended tour, she added more dates on that. And the sheer generosity that she's been giving her staff.
Yeah.
What was it? The truck drivers all got $100,000 each.
Yes.
And then who else was
the
it?
Dancers,
the dancers,
the crew, the people, the truckers get the material there, but then they have the people who build the stages and all of that. My understanding is she puts on a 3-hour show.
Yes, she does.
And they're like she's flying through the air. I mean, her presentation is amazing.
She sings probably a lot of songs from every single
Yes.
hour. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 48 songs or 50 songs that she sings, which is why it's 3 hours.
Yes.
And when she was at Levi Stadium, they said that she went over.
Yeah, they're supposed to be shut down by 11, and her finale includes fireworks. So at 11:40 p.m., fireworks are going off. However, I hope the citizens of Santa Clara embraced and thanked her for what she did. All the hotels, the local hotels were sold out. the bed and breakfasts. I mean, and the restaurants, everything around Levi Stadium made good money. So Taylor, I mean, thank you.
Give you big
Yes.
props, and her dad helped her a lot with
Yes.
this show because they kept showing him. I
Yes,
kept seeing them on social media doing different things.
yes,
I think he was the one that delivered the letters to the truck drivers saying they were going to get the
yeah.
100,000. So
I mean,
and
can you just imagine? You know, you're just doing your job. You're just driving in a truck. Those trucks, that's hard. My dad was a trucker. I mean, those trucks are bouncing. It's not the most comfortable, but my dad loved it. And I'm sure some of these truck drivers, if not all of them, love driving the truck.
well, she hit over a billion.
She's going to do
doing
1.6 by the time she finished the European trail.
Well, weren't you saying last time when we were doing our chats, Harry Styles only did 2 concerts or 3, whatever, and he already made 600 million.
Yeah, and she's going to do 1.6 billion.
Wow.
And that's like at the current schedule. If she starts adding dates, that is going to go up. The thing that I am most impressed by her is she's not waiting till the end when she does her taxes to see I made a lot of money. She knows that the income is coming and she's sharing it as she goes.
That's great because it's like, celebrity, what are you going to do with all that money?
I know.
By yourself?
Just brag. I'm
yeah,
a billionaire.
I mean, we already know you already have that money. On top of that, you get over $1 billion. What are you going to do with it? So I love that she's giving back to her crew. She's actually, what is that word? I want to say acknowledging all the help that she has.
Yes, all the hard work. And she's acknowledging the fact that she's not in it alone. And they are with her step by step. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of reruns on television right now because the writer-actor strike is still going on. They're no closer to it. The thing for me is that, like I shared with you, if you are a writer and you write #1 hit shows like Murder in the Building, The Wendy Show, you know, not Wendy Williams, but the little girl with the big eyes, the Wendy, and you get a residual check for 3 cents. I wouldn't be very happy either. And I actually got his name. His name is Duncan Crabtree Ireland, and he is the Screen Actor Guild National Executive Director. And he is forecasting that if nothing else changes, they're going to be out until early 2024.
Wow.
So I'm happy. I'm new to Netflix.
Wow.
So I'm getting to see all kinds of new shows that I never knew about.
Yeah, I keep telling her, get Netflix, and finally she got it. So there's all these shows that you can now start watching.
And I tell you, I keep finding, I just started this new one called The Lincoln Lawyer. I am hooked. It is such a good show. I mean, I'm sorry that the writers, are having to fight for their lives like they are. However, I am really enjoying the shows that I get to see.
Well, I heard because of this whole strike, Billy Porter had to sell his house. That's what I heard, and I know you're.
Oh, I love Billy Porter, and and to me that's sad. You know, I understand the impact on that end. I just think that they have to understand that, like as an example, Billy Porter, very unique, very distinctive. What they want to do with streaming is they want to take, say Billy Porter does a movie or a miniseries for ABC, and they want to take that and use AI to create a commercial for something else. That's not fair. That's not fair. I know it's really rough, and I'm sad that he sold his house unless he just wanted to sell it. I'm sad on 2 instances because I would hope somebody would say, Billy, I got you. You know, Oprah, what's his name? Tyler Perry, somebody, so he wouldn't have to lose his home unless he was just like, it's just too much stress to try and manage multiple properties.
Well, it might be too high of a mortgage every month.
That too, because the interest rates,
If you're not having income coming in.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, that's still going on, so we wanted to let you know about that. I'm going to mention a name. We know you know the name. Simone Biles Owen. Yeah, the last part is new because she's married now. She actually competed this weekend at the, what was that called? The U.S. Classic First time she competed in 2 years.
Yeah.
And guess what? She won.
Yay, I'm so happy.
Yes.
Hopefully she'll go in for the Olympics.
Well, she's coming to SAP at the end of the month.
At the end of the month?
Yes,
Wow.
the 24th through the 27th, something like that. She's going to be here competing. So she's back in it to win it. She said she felt great. She could not believe, because she's 27. You know, that's like, oh my God, you're old. That thing she does, that twisty thing, I watched her, you know, she hit the mount for the horse, and she's doing this, and then she does that, and she comes down, and she did like a little step, but she didn't even take a full step, and she pulled back. I thought, and this is our first time of competing. She said she was nervous. She didn't look nervous. She looked good. So good luck. I hope you get to keep going forward, and Olympics, maybe.
And we can actually go and see them, right? If you get
Yes.
tickets.
Yes.
I want to check it out to
Yes.
see.
Because she's like right here, local girl.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've talked a lot about Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I just wanted to let you all know, Pink is real. Barbie hit $1 billion in sales.
Yay! Love it. Love it.
Oh my goodness. I mean, everything is pink. I saw a man yesterday. I was at a spiritual retreat, and he had on a pink suit, pink hat, pink fedora. I was like, oh, you're feeling your Barbie Ken. And he was. And I mean, that's when, you know, it just makes sure pink is in. So congratulations. First female director to hit all of this, to direct and to hit $1 billion. So life is changing.
Yay.
Life is
Love
changing.
it. Love it.
All righty. So now we're going to talk about something. Charity, Bachelorette. Have you been watching? What do you think? What did you think about the final four? It was Aaron, Joey, Xavier, and Dalton. I thought she should have sent Xavier home a long time ago. He's like, you know, well, I'm gonna try. So okay, this is the night of the sleepovers, or whatever you call it, when they have the private time, and he's gonna tell her on that night that he was unfaithful to his last girlfriend, and that he gonna try. You know, and he's like, right now I'm all in. Well,
I have not liked him. I just feel that I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like he has no personality.
No.
He doesn't express himself well on his face, and nobody really knows what he's thinking. And did you know that when she went back to his hometown,
right,
the family did say that we're not sure if he's just doing it because he wants to please you. Right. We're not sure if he's really ready to take it to the next step. I can't with him. To me, he has no personality. I want someone that can smile. He doesn't smile a lot.
And you couldn't read his eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't have any expressions in his eyes.
Nope.
His face is very flat. I'm sorry, it's very flat. I don't feel anything. And I can't believe that Charity is falling for him. I cannot believe it. How did he get any kind of...
And she said he's the kind of bad guy that she falls for.
Bad guy? What kind of bad guy is he? He seems very, very straight to me. Not bad.
Well, no, bad from a cheating perspective.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, why are you going to date somebody that your gut says, I can't trust?
I don't know. I don't know. And she actually... Aaron, who was the guy, she actually dismissed him, and I thought that she should have kept him
and sent Xavier
home. So I don't really know. Who's the other guy? I like Dalton, and then there's one
Joey.
Joey, I'm not quite sure.
Joey's uncle said the person that you are interacting with here, this is not my nephew. I don't know this guy. That would make me nervous, because that to me says you're putting on a facade of what you think I want to see.
Yes, so that's kind of weird. And then in the last episode, Aaron comes back, and we have yet to see exactly what happens between them. But hopefully.
But when they show the preview and they're talking about the engagement day, he's walking up in a suit like the other two guys. So I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I think they're not even though it's the finale and they did the what is it, the fantasy suites.
Right.
Next week is not the last show.
No, next week is the tell-all where all the guys come back, and so what is his name? The boy that I wanted them to send home. It's not Brian. What is his name?
The boy with the blonde hair.
No, the one with the ponytail that was talking crazy, and then we kept saying he's lying to you. You need to send him home.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forget. Now I forget what the.
Yeah, we forget his name.
We forget the name.
But we talked about him in previous shows that she should have sent him home a long time ago. Well, the guys are gonna like have a conversation with him and about his fakeness. So that's this week coming up.
Yeah.
And then in another week or two,
it'll be the finale, and you'll get to watch. You know what's weird? I did a little search on who was the guy that I thought Aaron was the guy that had the child, but it was someone else that had the child. But then when I Googled it, all these like links saying spoil if you want if you want the spoiler, then click on this.
I'm like, why?
What is the point of that?
Why? And as far as we know, that hasn't even occurred yet. So what are you going to spoil?
Well, you know what? They do film these shows way in advance.
In advance, yes.
So whoever she's with right now. They're already together. They're already engaged.
Okay.
It's just us. It's behind the time because they actually record this way long time ago. So it's not happening in real life.
How hard that is to hang out.
Yeah.
Not let anybody see you.
Yes, because in the past Bachelor and Bachelorette, they say, you know how hard it is not to tell your friends and family. Yeah. That's the hardest. Not to post anything on Instagram, social media. That must be so hard, but that's what it is. I mean, they've got to film these way ahead of time.
Excuse me. I am having allergy from cray cray. I am. Me and my lozenges, this will calm down, I promise.
Okay. She'll be okay.
Yes. So, Cafe Momentum in Dallas.
Yes. Have you all heard of this Cafe Momentum? I'm loving this, and I think more restaurants need to do this. So Cafe Momentum is Dallas-based restaurant, and it's a movement to change the model for youth justice. I love this. Okay. It was founded by culinary trained chef Chad Hauser, and he started this because it says, let me see, I've written this down. Chef Hauser got this idea after teaching youths how to make ice cream.
Oh, okay.
So he did a lesson on teaching youths how to make ice cream, and he felt a sense of shame after meeting 8 of the kids and stereotyping them.
Wow.
So he felt that he did something wrong and he stereotyped these kids. And after that, he's decided what he's done is he opened up these cafes, and these kids have 12 months paid internship at his restaurant in Dallas. He offers them mental health services and in-house schooling.
Nice.
And recently he's just opened another location I wrote this down, in Pittsburgh. He's the second location. So these kids can go there, they work there as servers or whatever they need to do.
Right.
And he pays them for internship. So they get all the
wonderful
skills. And I just really love what he's teaching, because we always say, Gloria and I, it stems from top down.
Absolutely.
And these kids come from like these backgrounds that don't have the privilege to be surrounded by mentors and people that can help them in their future careers or guide them to what they really need to be productive youths, to grow up to be adults, good citizens. So I love this. So look it up. It is called Cafe Momentum, and read all about it, because I just love that story. And more people, we need more of these cafes popping up in California as well.
Yes.
Because all these people opening restaurants can afford it.
Absolutely.
And we need to teach our youths.
Yes.
So
I love the fact that he was stereotyping, and he made a conscious decision to change his thought process by engaging with the youth instead of, because I mean, we all have moments where, you look at someone. I mean, I've even done it where I'll look at somebody and I'll think, oh my God. And then, I'm like, okay, be open. And I'm like, hi, how you doing? And before the conversation ends, you're just so impressed. And you're like, wow, you're brilliant.
It's amazing. And I forgot to mention that it doubles as a non-profit professional training facility for kids impacted by the juvenile justice system.
Wow,
So
that's beautiful.
I love it. I just feel so warm and all that tingling
Oh,
fuzziness.
fuzzy. Yeah, we love that.
I love you. Chef Chad Hauser.
Yes, we applaud you and thank you. Thank you from the bottom
Yep.
of our hearts for being there for our children. That's beautiful. So, out here where we live in San Francisco, they have started this. Well, it started out in Mountain View. Google used to have these little, what they call unmanned cars. So they would have a person sitting in the passenger seat, but the steering wheel and all of that was being controlled robotically. Well, that's been going on, and there are conversations now about doing those big 16-wheel trucks. Yes, they want them to be, robotic too. And I'm like, I'm not feeling that.
I don't quite think so.
Because I watch people on the road and they don't understand. I watch little bitty cars cut off those big trucks. Those trucks have braking systems, but you have to know what you're doing. And because my dad was a truck driver, I know it's not just downshifting. It's the way you downshift to slow it down. Because he used to pull what they call double wide. So that's 2 trailers. And if you do the wrong thing, that back one will jackknife and it'll just swing around. So you got to know what you're doing. And some of that is instinctive because you got to see where people are. Okay, do I have enough room to get over here? Do I have enough? I don't. I got to go this way. And I don't know if a robot can do all that. I'm sure they're not saying a robot can do it better than a man. I don't know.
Well, they didn't like it here in Silicon Valley, so
Yeah.
they moved all these self-driving cars to Arizona.
Right.
That was pre-pandemic. We would see all these cars.
Right.
And that was scary enough. When I actually saw some of them while I was driving, and that scared me big time. I can only imagine if I see those trucks.
Yeah.
That is not.
So there's the trucks, and in San Francisco, they now want to let the taxis be self-driving.
What?
And there's a big conflict because there are situations like, say, the non-manned car is making a left-hand turn and it just stops. And that's what's happening in San Francisco. It just bottles up all the traffic. So our question is to you all, would you like to be in an environment with all this robotic where, things are just coming out of here and to the right, to the left, and I mean, you can't even yell at somebody and say, you stupid idiot, because there's nobody there.
Nobody in there. I don't know.
But that's what's going on out here. And so where you are they looking at alternatives like that? Because that's what they're looking at here.
Well, maybe they're doing it here because we're Silicon Valley. We're like the Bay Area where all the money is coming from.
Yeah.
Scary.
So we're going to keep an eye on it and we'll let you know. But I think if it ever came out to be voted on, I don't think Californians would be all up and excited about all this robotic, non-passenger driven vehicles. I don't think we would feel that.
Nope.
So, there's so much going on with global warming, even though people are calling it bad weather. I have a friend who lives on the Illinois border. And when you're in the mid of the country to the lower southern regions, you might get a tornado every now and then. They got 7 in one day. That's 7 funnel clouds. And the destruction that's coming with these, it's scary. And they have thunder and lightning. And she said that the thunder feels like an earthquake, the way it rattles her house.
Oh, I can imagine.
So we've got that going on. Then we have the excessive triple-digit heat. Arizona has just been so hot for so long.
I don't even know how many days it's going on.
It was I think the last time I stopped counting, it was like 36 contiguous days. And here where we are, it's cool now. We were in the 90s and then we cooled down and then we're getting ready to, like in Sacramento, go back up to triple digits. So we're having some of the warming issues also. The saddest thing for me is Hawaii, Maui. I mean, it's just devastating what's going on.
I was just in Lahaina last December.
Mm-hmm.
And to have gone there that close to now this is happening.
Yeah.
It's not a very big town. but it's the center of attention where everything happens.
Right.
And not to have that anymore is devastating. I'm telling
to say
you.
it's completely destroyed.
Wiped out completely.
To
All
the
the
ground.
stores,
Yeah.
all the stores, their livelihood, their
Yes.
families. And I think today they said that there was like 36 people that
Yeah.
had lost their lives.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, what was the cause of this? So I did some investigation, and they're still not 100% what it is. What we
Right.
can say is that there is a number of factors. It says high winds,
Yes.
low humidity, and dry vegetation may be the cause of it. But it's crazy, and it's home to 12,000 people.
Well, it was.
It was home to 12,000 people. So
And they said these were hurricane winds, and it's Hurricane Dora. And Hurricane Dora has just, I mean, they're saying that was a big component of it. It wasn't just the fire, it was the hurricane style winds, because they were so fast. It's like it would go whoosh, and then the wind would just spread it. So it's just like, because we live in California and we go through fire season after fire season, we understand how fast fires can move. And they're saying that the way that it was moving, people had to jump into the ocean just to survive. Tourists had to just grab what they could, get out of hotels.
And everybody's running to the airports,
Yeah.
and that you can see
They're
them.
sleeping
They're
on the
sleeping
floors.
all over the floors, on the baggage carousel. I saw some family, they actually put one of their child in one of those buckets. When you go through security, you put all your belongings in that little bucket
Right.
to go through the security
Right.
screening. There was a child inside that, but on top of blankets and things.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to that whole community. I know a lot of people have travel plans, and I think just out of kindness, try and reschedule, because it's going to take them a minute.
Well, you can't even go. I don't even think you're allowed to fly into Maui anymore.
Well, not until they get the fires out. But I
Right.
know a lot of people who are like, oh, it didn't have nothing to do with
But
me.
what is it going? What? Okay, honestly, you're gonna go to Hawaii. If you don't want to cancel, you're gonna go to Maui. What are you gonna see? What are you gonna do? You can't go to Lahaina. That's completely.
Your hotel is gone.
The hotel's gone. If there
Yes.
is a hotel, there's gonna be no space for you.
Thank you.
So what are
Because
you really going to do?
all of the hotels that are up and available, they're putting the residents of those communities there, because their homes are completely gone. Everything that they worked their whole lives for is gone. So we're going to stay on top of it, and we just hope that the community, it's going to be okay, and people are going to be there for one another, because that's hard.
It's gonna take a while to rebuild that, because that's like the whole town. That was it. The town.
It was all of it. I mean, and just watching it. Initially, I thought, oh, it's got to be a volcano. You know, it had to be the lava.
Right.
But no, and if it was that, they would have said it by now. And I have heard nothing about a volcano.
Yeah.
And so, we talked about, two different things. There's also another thing with global warming, and that has to do with the warm temperatures of the water. And that's causing the sharks to come in closer, because the waters are warmer. The fish are coming in, so the sharks are coming in to get the fish. Now, we're always talking about, oh my God, sharks. So I did a little research. Do you know that we, humans, kill 100 million sharks a year? This is not, and someplace in Alabama, they do it for entertainment. They do shark hunts. I mean, it's like a sports to them. That's just like there are rich people.
Deer hunting.
Yes,
or
there are rich people who they love to hunt, and it's not just here. Like elephants, they will go to Africa to hunt. Why would you want to hunt and kill an elephant?
Well, they want it. Back in the days, it was really for
the ivory,
the tusks.
Yeah. So once again, we've got to learn how to live and how to survive. And the attacks are going up, but we may get like 100 shark attacks a year. But how many sharks are we killing? I saw this ship that went out, and it was catching the baby sharks, and they were trying to tag them so that they could, see where they go and how they travel. And I understand, research and things like that. But if you're not doing it for food, leave the babies alone. You know, we were talking little sea otters. They're so frustrated. The whales, the orcas, because humans are just, you look out and you see a school of dolphins. Now in the past you would go, wow, that's beautiful. Now they try and get in the middle of it so they can take a selfie. You have to give them some level of privacy. And that is what I think a lot is missing. So global warming is more than just the weather being hot. It's the cause and effect of things and animals and humans and how things are shifting around
I don't
the
even
world.
think some of the states in America actually had summers this year,
Right.
because of all the tornadoes and the flooding and the I said tornadoes because of all the tornadoes. It's worse and worse and worse. And don't say it's just the weather. It's it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Because we know differently. It's man-made. We did this.
Yeah. And we have to turn it around. We cannot just, let people keep acting out badly and think, oh, it's going to be okay. Rosetta and I are always talking to young people. We used to say, just vote. We don't care, just vote. Okay, I'm going to amend that a little bit. I do care. I want you to consciously use your vote. I know you think I'm just one person and I can't make a difference, but however, the next time you're around some friends and you said, what if all of us, say there are 10 of you, all of us consciously decided that we were going to work to mandate better gun control? If people are in office and they're not going to ban ghost guns, as an example, a ghost gun is not something that you buy legitimately, that is licensed, that you can track. It's somebody who is building something on the down low, not necessarily for good. If you all came together and said, okay, we're not going to do it, and then each of you went out and talked to some more friends and some more friends, that's how you shift change. And that's what we want to do. Our babies are tired of ducking under desks. They do gun drills every day. Schools are going back into session here in California. They started Monday. And to think that a little girl, I did this event called Back to School Shopping. So we got to take babies shopping. And I had a little 6-year-old. She's getting ready for kindergarten. And she's so excited. And I'm walking her through the store and we're picking out clothes, and she was a little princess girl. She had a little princess dress on and everything. She told me, I like pink. And I was like, what kind of pink? She goes, pink. I was like, okay. We got pink shoes, pink socks, pink dress, pink shirts, pink, pink, pink. And I thought to myself, that would break my heart to know that baby has to dive at least once a day. Some schools do it multiple times just to prepare for an attack. We have to shift. We have to change. We can change a lot of things. And if we take responsibility for our actions, we can slow down all this global warming.
Yeah.
I believe we can.
Well, we'll go into that another time of what I think should be done.
Yes.
Think something should be done.
Yes.
And I will talk about it in a future chat.
There we go. So my makeup tip of the day, on Friday was the last view of the season. The girls are on summer break. And Joy Behar has always played down her age. And somehow something came, they were talking about President Biden. And she said the only reason that people are unhappy with him is because he's old. He's doing things to stabilize the environments. He went out and he dedicated like 100,000 acres of something that was for the Native American Indians. And he made it, like not holy land, but, land where they don't allow building and destruction and all of that. He made it sacred. So he's doing some really good things. And she goes, I'm 80 just like him. She goes, don't nobody talk about me. And so Alyssa said to her, she goes, I saw you yesterday walking in some 5-inch heels, and I thought to myself, when I turn 50, if I'm half the woman you are, I will be happy. And Joy said, the most important thing is to protect your skin and stay out of the sun. She's like, that's why I look as youthful as I do, plus a little Botox here and there. But her point was to shield her skin from the environment. And I'm always telling you, if you shield your skin, things will be well. There's a thing that I also wanted to hip you to. One of the first tellings of a woman's age is her eyebrows. And you think to yourself, eyebrows? Because the eyebrows shape your face. So in my line, I have a brown gold called Shiva Sai. I have a dark brown called Griffin's Wing. And I have a black called Onyx. If you have hair, even if it's gray, you can take a brush, put a little powder, and just flick it along the hairline to where you have a natural shape. Like my.
What if you don't have any hair?
Even easier. You can take a brush, spray a little elixir, tap the end into the powder a little bit, and you can draw it on. And because you're doing it, you can make the shape. Sometimes you see people and they got those angles.
Yeah, they want it up so it makes our eyes look bigger.
Right. Well, don't do that angle thing because that just is fake. Just go up and naturally just go right along the hairline. My eyebrows end about here, but I draw them all the way out so they look natural. So that's something that you can do because it's just the way eyebrows used to be when you were younger. You bring them back. And using the elixir, it sets them so they stay on your face and they don't rub off.
Very good. I like that.
So that's my tip of the day.
Oh, thank you so much. And my tip of the day for being healthy and have health and wellness is how to increase your good hormones, the serotonin.
Yes.
Because we always want to be happy. We want to have good mood. And that actually increases our lifespan. Did you know that? Longevity. So what can we do? One tip. There's many things you can do to increase your good hormones. But one thing I'm going to talk about is laughing.
Yes, joy. Joy. That deep belly laugh. You know how when you see something and you're just
laughing. And
yes.
Did you know that there is such a thing as yoga, laughing yoga?
Really?
There is such a thing, and you didn't
Really?
know this, but
No.
we were at the Minority Health Fair, Minority Mental Health Fair, Resource Fair, and across from us, way over across from us, there
Yes.
was a vendor, and they do laughter, yoga with laughter,
Wow.
laughing yoga.
Wow.
And I always say, if you're in a bad mood, smile.
Yes.
That's going to change your mood
Yes.
immediately. And when you smile at people, what do you think they do? But they can't help
smile
but
back.
smile back at you.
Yes.
Laugh. Make everyone else laugh.
Yeah.
I'm even making myself laugh even more.
I know. It's so funny. Look at her. She's so happy. You gotta love it.
So laughter is what's going to help you have a longer lifespan. So
Yes.
try it, everyone.
Yes.
That's my wellness and health tip of the day today.
When you laugh, the world laughs with you. When you smile,
The world smiles back
with
at you.
There you go.
Amazing.
Wow. Well, thank you all so much for once again connecting with us. We want you to know that we feel the love. We're so grateful that you take the time to listen to our little chats. We're so very, very grateful. And we send the love back to you all. And we hope you will feel the love that we express to you.
Yes, 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 we do. And I hope you enjoyed our chat, because if you did, why not hit that thumb icon to show that you liked us? And consider subscribing to our channel, and you can hit that bell notification, which reminds you whenever we have a chat ready for you to watch, you'll be the first to be notified.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everyone. And we are Silicon Valley Girls, chat over tea. And remember to always keep smiling. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.